So for my American friends, I know it's Monday, which means that Candy Owens is back doing her show, and it would appear that Candy Owens had a lot to talk about on her show today. And one of the things that she spoke about was her reaction to Kash Patel being on Megyn Kelly's show and Megyn Kelly asking Kash about whether or not there is any credible evidence or a credible threat against Candy Owens' life. And Kash Patel's response to that was, well, we're going to be looking into if anyone received a death threat. Kind of ambiguous, right? Kind of like, I'm not going to give you an actual answer kind of answer. And wouldn't you know it, Candy Owens did not like that at all. In fact, she feels a little bit left out. For any kind of narcissist, right? If you get left out of the equation, you're not happy. And Candy, ladies and gentlemen, is not happy that she got left out of the equation. She got left on red. And anyway, here's what she had to say about the situation. Hey, everyone, real quick, I just want to let you all know of my brand new business called Kept Natural and my first ever product, Kept Naturals Other Sun Care Gel. Is available right now. The link is available in the show description. It's a brand new, first of its kind, all natural and organic Other Sun Care Gel. You can use it before, during, and after, and it helps assist your skin in feeling the best it's ever been. And also when it comes to being in the sun or even just having dry skin, this is the product that you need and want. Believe you me, I developed it for people that are struggling with their skincare or just need an added boost of their skincare. And I also designed it specifically to help you guys feel absolutely incredible. Your skin will love you. So get it right now. Link is available in the show description. For the first 20 people that get their hands on this, shipping is free. It's for Australia only. I have to preface this by saying that Australia only at this time. And then hopefully it'll become international. So why wait, my friends? Get yours right now.
No. So we are just looking at everything that comes in. We're not going to reject any piece of information. If someone feels that their life is being threatened, we are, of course, looking at
it. Do you want to involve me in you looking at it? Because actually it kind of left me on red. There has been no communication with the FBI. You are aware right there. Megyn Kelly is asking you directly about it, so you can't pretend you didn't receive it. And you are choosing to skip over. He completely skips over the part about me having asserted, which Megyn asks him directly, was France involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination? He doesn't even address that. Skips right over it and instead says, if any American has a threat, that's what we're here for. And she's like, okay, but was there actually a threat on if anybody, let's just kind of state it more broadly, we will take it seriously. Well, you're not doing that, Kash Patel. And I find it very odd that I said that I had proof that the government of France was involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination, that they were on the ground that day. And you have not reached out to me. In this very interview that you are asserting that you are certain that Tyler Robinson is the only person involved, how can you be certain if you are not reaching out to people that claim to have verifiable evidence which could dispute that narrative? Does it seem to you like he's telling the truth there? Does it seem to you like he's being open and he's being transparent? Or does it seem like he's intentionally being cagey because he knows that I am telling the truth, despite the many millions of dollars that is being spent on this Operation Mockingbird 2.0 campaign? Kash Patel knows that I am telling the truth. That's why they are turning to influencers to try to tell you not to look that way. Candace is crazy. Oh my gosh, like Candace must have made this up. But the people that are in power are not telling you that I made this up, even when they are given the opportunity to do so. They are choosing to stay silent, okay? And I am waiting for all of this to be uncovered because this is bigger than we could have ever imagined. And it is very clear to me that our satellite of nations involved in this is not so implausible. In fact,
Kash Patel is not taking the threat seriously because Kash Patel is not involving the narcissist Candy Owens. She's like, want to include me because you left me on red and I don't like being on red. How dare you leave me on red, man? That is completely and utterly outrageous. I have credible evidence to share with you and you left me on red. You didn't file a proper report. You sent a text message to someone in the FBI, not even Kash Patel, And Kash Patel has just been like, well, we're going to investigate if we have any leads, but it kind of seems like there is nothing. And I'm not even going to like address the question because there is nothing to go off of. Like, he's not going to say outright no, is he? So I'm going to go, well, if any American has a threat against their life, it's the FBI's job to investigate it. And he said later on that he does not believe that there is any credible evidence, and he believes that Tyler Robinson acted alone. But Candy, no, not happy with that response because it doesn't involve me. You've got to reach out to me, Kash Patel. You've got to involve me. I can solve this case on my own, Kash. Good grief. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting for you to contact me because I have credible evidence. Guys, the credible evidence is all mine. Come to me and I will tell you. Come with me and we'll be in a world full of your imagination. Oh, just literally, man, this kind of stuff is pure comedy at this stage. Like, this woman is all about herself. That's it. And using her own logic against herself. Kash Patel didn't answer the question because it's like a gotcha question. It's a bait you kind of question. So he gave the usual workaround kind of answer. And I don't care if he didn't answer the question at all, but she's used it once again to her advantage. She's shifted everything around. Oh, because Kash Patel didn't answer the question, it means that he knows something. It means that I'm actually right. See the workaround once again. Oh, and by the way, she doesn't stop there. She says this crazy accusation. Have a watch of this.
And what I can tell you is we also received a tip from somebody within Turning Point USA that the night before he died, I know for a fact he messaged a donor and he messaged somebody at Turning Point USA. But I did not know, and this is what was told to me, that he also messaged Dan Flood, the security that's to his right, and allegedly explicitly said that they are going to kill me tomorrow. So again, that many people know that Charlie sensed that he was going to die tomorrow is an absolute fact. Why these individuals are all being quiet about that is a massive question mark, okay? And what we can say for certain is, of course, people will betray one another if money is on the line, right? And it could be for 30 pieces of silver, or it could be for billions. But things get complicated when there's a lot of money on the line.
Allegedly, explicitly said. Man, that is a bunch of words. I've got to say allegedly first, just to cover my bases from being sued. Allegedly, but explicitly said. Let's have a look at what explicitly means, right? Explicitly, which means in a clear and detailed manner, leaving no room for confusion or doubt. So she alleges that Dan Flood explicitly, clearly said to her. So how can something be alleged? Because she doesn't actually know, but she says, on the other hand, I know for a fact. I know for a fact that this allegedly, meaning I don't really know that it actually happened, hence why I'm saying allegedly, but also in the same instance, it explicitly happened. See, if we look at the language of how she's framing this, most people they'll overlook that part. But for me, I'm going, you're saying allegedly and explicitly in the same, sentence. Something not right there. And it's quite revealing, isn't it? And to say that apparently, there I go, apparently, because that's what she's alleging. It's like this text message, Charlie Kirk, which she can't provide any evidence at all, yet again, that Charlie sent a text message saying they're going to kill me tomorrow. If that was the case, why the hell did Charlie Kirk turn up? Why in the world, if he knew they were going to kill him tomorrow, why in the world did he put himself at that much open risk? Do you think he wanted to die? I don't think so. But Candace makes the accusation once again with no evidence. Oh, by the way, I'll close with this because I'm getting sick and tired of her crazy accusations. But Candace Owens and Russell Brand, they discuss who benefits most from Charlie Kirk's death. And credit to Russell Brand, he's trying to work out who does in fact benefit from killing Charlie Kirk. No one benefits. But Candace, ooh, have a watch of this.
Know who would want Charlie Kirk dead. What difference is it going to? Who benefits from Charlie Kirk being killed? Who benefits? Like, as they say, cui bono. That's the question to always ask.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually didn't understand how Israel benefits from Charlie Kirk being murdered. I certainly can't see yet how, like, sort of French special forces could, so can you explain that to me? Because I don't understand who benefits from, but I also know that whenever I've seen it my whole life, a lone gunman killed RFK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. I know that's a lie, so I'm open. So what is it?
So look, I can tell you that from the moment that Charlie got shot, and I can't explain it, and maybe it's because Charlie would tell me all the time that he was going to die young, and I showed those messages, and I just knew that this was big. I knew it was big. I didn't have the players. I certainly didn't suspect Turning Point USA would be, as I believe, involved in a cover-up. And we can talk about what the motives are of that. They could be financial motives. It doesn't necessarily mean they were involved in plotting to kill him. And I've never said that. But I do believe that they have betrayed him since. And I am comfortable saying that today. Because I know that they have told lies. I know that they have withheld information that if truly you were motivated by goodness and truth, you would come out and you would say it. Like, there are people at Turning Point who Charlie texted the night before and said they're going to kill me. Well, if you're trying to figure out who killed Charlie Kirk, wouldn't that be a good thing to come forward with and to the public and say Charlie thought that he was going to be murdered the night before? And they're not doing that. So to me, to not assist that investigation is not something that I'm going to ignore. Also, to not answer basic questions that if I said to you, Russell, where were you when Charlie got shot? You're not going to get defensive and weird. You're just going to, I can tell you where I was. I was sitting plotting, planning my next show at the kitchen counter, and they are being very strange about details on that day. It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, shit, it's big. Charlie Kirk, one of the number one conservative influencers, is shot, assassinated by a deranged leftist. And Candace Owens is going, I knew it was big. She knew. She was sitting at a desk planning shows, and then all of a sudden, bam, Charlie gets shot. And she sees a lucrative opportunity to make money. I'm going to investigate this. This is an assassination. And the one thing that people know about assassinations? Conspiracy theories like JFK. There's so much around JFK's assassination. Who actually did it? The CIA, Mossad, you name it. Everyone's got a theory. But we don't actually officially... Everyone's like, oh, we don't officially know who did it. It's like everyone did it, apparently. But now Candace is like, well, I'm going to use Charlie Kirk, and I had a close relationship with him, and I'm going to make all these crazy accusations. And it's almost like, well, I didn't know at the time that Turning Point could betray Charlie Kirk, but I believe they did. I'd never said, but you did, that Turning Point killed Charlie Kirk, but you did. You have multiple times. And you've accused many people within Turning Point of being involved with killing Charlie Kirk, including Erica Kirk, his wife. So there's that. So the gaslighting continues, doesn't it? Just never ceases to stop. This woman is a chronic narcissist and a psychopath. And everyone's like, well, but she's not crazy. She is. She's actually crazy. You just have to listen to what she's saying for more than 5 seconds, sometimes 10. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.